Hello and welcome back to Raccoon Justice, where justice done the Raccoon way is the only way to do justice. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please remember to give this video a massive thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and if you are new, welcome. Thank you once again for joining me. And today we've got Chris and Sarah. They're the Chronicles of Chris. Before we get into everything, you know what happened yesterday was Chris's birthday, and not one of them, neither Sarah nor even Isabel or even Esme, who's now got her own account, don't forget, actually posted on Instagram to wish him a happy birthday. I find that telling, Chris. I really do. It just means that nobody gives a fuck about you. Sorry. Anyway, this shit show was a shit show. Right. Sarah and Chris should be absolutely ashamed of themselves, although Chris wasn't there, so I'm going to give him not a pass, but just a little bit of leeway. Sarah took the girls and Jace to this little cafe, and whilst I waited for Chris went to the dentist, and they took advantage of the setting. They used it as a film set. They messed about, they jumped around, they shouted, they screamed, they laughed, they played, and they just took advantage of the whole thing. But one thing that they didn't mention, or they must have known. I mean, they had what sounded like a very long and nice conversation with the owner, but having taken advantage of the whole setting that they were in, the business that they went to, it was called Sweet Treats by Rachel, and in what looks a very lovely little business, but it's actually going out of business. It's announced its closure in a couple of weeks, and on Facebook at the moment you can even see they're selling off the entire insides of the shop, including basically everything, down to like little bags and gift bags and wrapping and stuff like that. And they're selling the tables and chairs that these were sat on, making a film out of. Even giving away for free the high chair that Mila was on whilst being filmed for this production. I just find it very ignorant of them to be sat there in a small business which is going out of business. Sarah, she proclaims to support small businesses, but then she takes advantage of ones that are going out of business. I find that very ignorant, to be honest. Yeah, that's Sarah for you. Sarah all over. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Just to reiterate, Sarah, you're absolutely disgusting for everything that you do. Take advantage of everyone and everything. Well, one thing I did notice though, given your recent love for education the other day, is that the kids were taken out again for the day and did no schoolwork. So what this education, this homeschooling lasted one day, and then the next day it's back to normal. No, Sarah, you're supposed to do it every single day. That's how school works. You don't just, pretend one day and then the next day it's off back to normal again. No, they're supposed to be there like for hours on end every single day of the week, not just when you need to prove a point to the vlog. Anyway, took them to the park, a park which by all accounts is not the best. Chris and Sarah had a right rant about the locals, which will further alienate them, I'm sure. But they weren't too happy with the kids in the area that just like to graffiti things and make and make the place not very pleasant. Mentioned the cigarette butts that were just thrown on the floor, which didn't like the mess, but was perfectly happy making this mess in the pub when they went for a meal. The irony, indeed the irony. But apparently this is the last meal together as a family before they go away to wherever it is they're going off to. I'd have to say, Chris and Sarah, that you're constantly travelling, constantly going here, there and everywhere. It's just going to alienate everybody. Any IFAM that you have left are just going to be fed up because everybody's struggling at the moment with finances, and all you're doing is chucking it in everybody's faces that you have the money to go wherever you want, whenever you want. Some people would love to go on holiday, and you take it for granted that you will. One more thing though, I would suggest heavily that you start paying attention to what your kids are doing, and trying some of the things. Remember when Jace was younger and he lashed out at Isla, and then he did it again, I think it was last year, and then he's done it again before. He plays very rough with Isla a lot, and then he did it again yesterday, and I think that was disgraceful that you haven't nipped it in the bud, because he's a toddler, but he needs to be learning boundaries, and Isla deserves not to be hit. So, just saying, Sarah, I mean, what do I know? We only see 20 minutes of your day. Maybe Isla gets hit more than once a day. I don't know, right? Maybe that's the case. So we can confidently say that your vlogs are going downhill, and there's nothing you can do about it. You've tried. You've been away to Dubai, you've been to Mexico, both of which have failed to draw in any form of views. You've been to, you went to Ireland. You've tried the van life, it's failed. You thought you'd go back to the classic Ingham way of pimping out your kids. It failed. And now, where are you going now? One last hurrah, and then it's back to the van. Anyway, that's all that was there. So Chris, Sarah, please remember what I've said to you today and come back tomorrow for another educational lesson. Everybody else, have a wonderful day. Please remember to top up your sunscreen and like this video. Comment everything you want to comment down below and subscribe to the channel. Take care and bye bye. Thank you so much to all my channel members: Kelly XX, Supergirl Fan, Butterfly 0111X, Sam, Granny Cake, Layla 68, Hayley Billington, My One Hollywood, soon to be Mrs. B, Reborn 1988, Paul, Caroline Page, Jim Jam, Vicky Mum of 4XX, Joanne C, Jude Lyons 1, Kirsty Reed, Tracy Jordan, Linda Spence and Cam K. Thank you all so much for all your support.